I've spent most of my life here in Henry County, grew up here in Henry County, and then went to Campbell Court, Bassett Middle, and then Bassett High School. And was very active in the schools all throughout. Did band, played sports, was involved with academic teams. So did a lot of different things during my high school experience and really enjoyed it. And so when I went to college at JMU, I knew that somewhere down deep inside I wanted to be a teacher.
This is my first year as an assistant principal at Collinsville Middle School. This is my 24th year in Henry County Public Schools. I started as a PE teacher, did that for 12 years, and then spent the last 11 years as a school counselor. Incidentally, my mother retired after 33 years in Henry County, and she started her career as a PE teacher, moved on to being a school counselor, and then retired after 6 years as an administrator.
My legacy story is that I was a student here at Rich Acres. Elementary school, I was at Rich Acres, and then middle school, I went to Jerry Mason, and then I went to Magna Vista. So I was so happy to return here as the principal here at Rich Acres.
It's from elementary school all the way through high school. I had so many great teachers. It was really in my elementary days where I started, having a kind of an inkling and a passion for teaching. I would, and even teaching history. I remember times as a kid teaching my stuffed animals about the presidents and everything as a little boy, and so I think it was always something that always was at the in the back of my mind as a career field. But as I got older, got into college, I started really thinking about what I wanted to do, as a career. Education just came right up there because it was I've always had a passion for helping people, and I love history, and I love helping people and talking about history and teaching history, and so that just became a very natural thing for me to want to get into. It was just my positive experiences as a student through Henry County Public Schools then made me want to pay it forward, and so to speak, and become an educator myself.
I kind of fell into education in a sense. I think growing up with a mother that was in education, I was always around the school system. I mean, I was, out of school on teacher work days. My mom was a coach, so I was at the basketball courts or the ball fields, but I've just always been in a school, been around school. So it was a comfortable thing for me. After I graduated from college, I moved to Greensboro for a year and tried some different things, and then just, came back. There was an opening actually here at FC for a PE teacher, and I went for it, got it, and it began from there. But once I got into education, I knew pretty much immediately that that's what I wanted to spend my career doing.
I've always wanted to be a teacher. I have two sisters, and I would make them be in my classroom, and we would play school all the time. I would play school with my little stuffed animals. I just always wanted to be a teacher.
We have a very low cost of living here in Henry County. I mean, what it takes to live here compared to other communities, even nearby, is much cheaper here in Henry County. And also we're close to other things. I mean, where I live, it's only a 30-minute drive down to Greensboro. If I want to go, to shopping or different things and stuff like that, I think as a community as a whole, we offer a lot of amenities and things for, especially young families, with our Parks and Recreation Department. The Smith River Sports Complex is a huge thing that a lot of communities don't have. Having worked in other communities in recent years, it is the envy of our community. People talk about it all the time. It's like, oh, you have that great sports complex and everything. And so we have a lot of things going great here in this county, and it's a great place to live, and you're close by other places. And for me personally, I'm not the type of person that wants to live in a big city. That was never appealing to me. Harrisonburg, Virginia was a little bit too big for me when I was in college. And so I think being here in Henry County, you have that small town feel, but when you do need a taste of a bigger, more urban area, it's not far away, whether it's going south to Greensboro, going north to Roanoke, or even going over to Danville. We're close by to a lot of different things that are within very, very, very doable driving distance.
I love Henry County. It's home to me. Again, the school system has always felt like a small town, close-knit place, and I like that. I love being home. I've always been a homebody. I like to go out and travel, but I also, prefer to be here, home. It's comfortable for me. But Henry County Schools, it's been my whole life, whether it was, as a daughter, or as a student myself, and then, now as a parent of Henry County School students and employee.
Well, I will tell you the benefits are wonderful. I know a lot of times we don't think about insurance, but if you have a family, the insurance is wonderful. And also Henry County is just a good place. It's quiet, it's small. I think you get a lot of support here in Henry County Public Schools.
Working for Henry County Public Schools has had a tremendous impact on my career, and I've thought about this a lot. I've had the opportunity at Henry County Public Schools to advance. Through my career, starting off as a classroom teacher, I was given opportunities very early on to take on leadership roles at Magna Vista High School, which then led to me going into administration. I had the opportunities to advance and move my career administratively. And I have often wondered and thought, if I chose to work in other school divisions, would I have had that same, opportunity to advance the way that I've been able to advance through Henry County Public Schools? So one thing I would say to especially young folks who are getting into the career, maybe are looking at, I'm not thinking about, career advancement right now, but looking at it down the road. Henry County is a place that does offer individuals that opportunity to advance and move their career.
There's the obvious things like we have competitive pay and competitive benefits to any of the counties around us. But I think also we have a great team in Henry County. I think that we are always working as a team, as a division to get better. And sometimes that is, trying new things to keep up with. Education is always a field that's changing, and children are changing, and so we're always trying new things to make sure that we're doing what we need to get kids ready for the future. And so I like that about Henry County. I like the focus on, the students and producing them as citizens.
Well, I will tell you, working in Henry County Public Schools, I have gained family. I have worked in various roles in various schools. And I will say in every school that I have been in, it's been a family environment. When I first started in Henry County, I started at Axton Elementary, teaching first grade. I was there for 12 years, and they were my first Henry County family. And I am still close with them today. They helped me to name my son and helped to raise my first son. So everywhere that I go, even here at Rich Acres now, they're my family.
I think my favorite thing about just teaching here and being an administrator here, I've been a teacher here at Henry County Schools for 9 years, and then worked administratively for about six years, I think now, kind of this year. So I've been here for a while, even though I've taken a little bit of a break and worked somewhere else. But I think one of the things that I've loved is especially being here for a long time, is seeing, students who are now my parents and seeing their kids now coming through, and just having those relationships and being able to, say, all right, hey, I knew you as a student, and now I see your kids coming through, and just having those close relationships. We've got great kids in Henry County. They're good kids, and it's just good to for me, as a local product who grew up in this area, I'm just passionate about Martinsville, Henry County. I love this place, and I just love just giving back and seeing the next generations continuing to get the same education, the same opportunities, the same future that was given to me.
Coming up with a favorite memory is really hard, because I have a ton of great memories of my time here. I would probably pinpoint two. The last few years that I was at Meadowview, I worked with some other great leaders there at the school, and we implemented a house system there, which was a great way for the students to build connections and relationships. And it took a lot of work, and it took a lot of research, and it was it was a really fun thing. It was something I became passionate about, and working with some other people to do that, and then to see that it's continued on there has been something I've been very proud of. And then I would say the other thing would probably be the first day on the job here when I pulled into my parking spot and the sign in front of me, had FC admin, and that was a very full circle moment, to be a graduate of Philadelphia High School, to start my career here, for a year as a PE teacher, and then to come back now as a school leader. It's just, that was a very full circle moment. It's something I'm proud of, and I'm very humbled, to have the opportunity to be here and do that.
I was on the administrative team when we helped to open Meadowview, so I was a part of making decisions for Meadowview, furniture, color palettes, things like that. But I will also say becoming principal here at Rich Acres. I mean, that's been my most memorable accomplishment, I think, coming back to my home school.